Nice blue skies. And some more work to do. So, I am working on the trailer because recently the brakes have not been working like they should. And of course, when you look at one thing, everything else has got to be messed up too. So what I've found out, and yes, I know the shackles have flipped. I have it on the posts all the way around, but all the bushings are completely shot on this thing. Completely gone. So I gotta order a whole new kit for the leaf springs, the shackles, the bolts, the U-bolts. I'm just gonna get the whole thing, just in case if I break a bolt, just so I have everything. And at the same time, I'm going to figure out my brakes. In this episode, this is a little bit of trailer maintenance that has been neglected for a while now, but I did not think it was this bad, but it is. So let me order up some parts and let's start tearing some parts off. Ended up getting all the wiring figured out for the brakes, and they are all currently working. The rear axle is a newer axle, and this front one is the original one from when I got it. So these brakes don't work as well, but they are definitely engaging, and the rear ones will lock up like that with the brake controller all the way up. So brakes are figured out. We're good on that part. I have fixed a few other wiring issues, and now all I need to do is order up all the stuff for these bushings to get some new leaf springs coming in, because this stuff is no good. Well, it's another day. And just been doing a little bit of maintenance on some of the vehicles. Some stuff on the Toyota, doing an oil change on her car, and I'm gonna be working on the trailer a little bit more. Still waiting on the stuff to show up, all the leaf springs and bushings. Those should be here Monday. But I got to tear apart one of the hubs on the trailer because there's been a bad seal in it for a while, and a lot of the grease gets pushed on the backside. So I gotta go tear that apart because we gotta go to the auto parts store and grab a filter for her car anyways. And let me show you some of the rewiring. I ended up ripping out a bunch of wires and rewired all the brakes. And I actually have 4 properly working brakes now. This is the hub that I need to take apart because the seal on the back side is bad. Fix everything once, and it'll last a long time before I have to touch anything again. To get this job done, I only need the highest quality of tools: mini sledge, adjustable hammer, and some snips. Let's go ahead and get this thing apart. If I can find the lever for my seat and get my fancy dancy stand. Set you guys over here to see what we got going on. Get the old bearing cap off, and there's not really any grease, so I'm hoping, because I haven't had this off in a while, so I'm hoping that this stuff's fine. Just gotta go ahead and get some rocks in there. I've seen worse. That's just the cap though. Now I can take the old adjustable hammer now that I got that piece off. There's definitely still grease in there, so that's a plus. This has all been neglected for a while. Some neglected, needed maintenance. The leaf spring bushings I didn't know about, but I knew there was something up with the brakes for a little bit. And this seal I know has been bad for a little, but it hasn't been bad bad enough for me to do anything about it until now, because we're doing all the maintenance. At least that's what I keep telling myself. And there it is. That is a bad seal. It has been recessed inside of there. And you can see that's been pushing grease on the inside and a little bit onto the brakes. This is all gonna have to get cleaned out as well. All right, the axle side is cleaned out for the most part. I am gonna have to go get a lot of brake cleaner to properly clean all these surfaces because they are caked and I need them uncaked. And I need to be able to get this seal out. Well, looks like all the stuff for the trailer showed up early. Now I gotta go ahead and open it and make sure everything is actually here. So it looks like everything is here. Got all 4 springs and all the mounts. As of right now, the only thing that looks to be not correct, and I kind of knew it wasn't gonna be, is these shackle pieces are a little bit shorter. So I will have to reuse these guys, or I could possibly use these and raise the trailer up a little bit. One side is all in, new brackets in, new leaf springs, new bolts. This side's pretty much finished. I gotta wait to tighten down all the bolts after I get the tires on and put the weight down on it, and then I'll go through and tighten everything completely down. Now just gotta finish the other side. Trailer is all good to go. Brakes are all fixed. All the suspension is good. All the wiring and all the lights are good. And these new brackets were able to lift the trailer, I want to say about an inch, maybe an inch and a half. So I think this will all work out really well. The trailer needed to be a little bit taller, but I just never did anything with it, so this is the perfect opportunity. If you're staying to the end of this video, you can see that I have moved the Dakota and the Ramcharger is gone. That's because it's right over here. And we moved the Toyota out of the way. So, before I start talking about this, we moved this out of the way so I am able to still get it out when we go to work on it. But the Ramcharger is now over here to start getting worked on. And when I say worked on, the project's starting. So yeah, Project Ramcharger is gonna be a go. There's gonna be a lot of work leading up to a lot of the expensive things that I need to buy. So I'm gonna go ahead and start getting it torn apart, get everything pulled out of it. That includes the motor, transmission, all the interior, get the axles out from underneath it, and start cleaning the entire thing up. We're probably gonna go as far as also getting the body off of the frame and plating the entire frame, chopping the frame front and rear, redoing a bunch of the frame, and there might be some other things that we change along the way. But the Ramcharger is gonna be getting started because I need something else to work on. Start getting the parts for the Ramcharger and everything else. So, the Ramcharger is gonna keep me busy for quite a while, so expect quite a few videos on a lot of the stuff we're gonna be doing. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say the trailer's not supposed to do that.